quarter mile.
What's the name of that? Not Glastonbury, right?
Yeah.
I've been there.
And every day there is like a riverfront, boys and girls, boats rowing boats together, carry it. The boys carry it themselves, jump in the water.
Recognize our great martyrs. Can everybody hear me? Thank you. Our parade marshals, I'm going to read a little bio on each one of them. First, Mr. Walter Crump, U.S. Army Air Force, World War II. Navigator in the Army Air Force 97th Bomb Squadron, 414th Squadron. Mr. Crump spent 2 summers during high school
One stand up. Well, too bad.
a non-college ROTC program
Stand up.
before volunteering to serve in
The
1948.
black eye up there. Look at
Originally,
it. Look at it. Let's go up there.
D5 program, but subsequently joined the Army Air Force, where he was first trained as a gunner and then a navigator. Following crew training in Florida, Grunder joined the 97th Bomb Crew, where he flew aboard B-17. According to Grunder, the 97th was the first B-17 group to go to Europe after originally being stationed in England and then Africa. Grunder joined the group in Italy. During the war, Grunder was promoted to lead navigator and flew a total of 14 missions. We are always happy to get through the 13th mission, he recalls. It was a hit on the 14th and sent home on a hospital ship. He was wounded by flak on a mission over Augsburg, Germany. There weren't too many fighters at that time. It was 44 and 45. We were hit by flak. They had pretty heavy flak, he recalls. Grunder was wounded in his left leg and received a Purple Heart. He spent an extended time in the hospital and was eventually discharged from the service in 1948 with the rank of captain. Following the war, Grunder got married, attended UConn, and moved to Glastonbury in 1953, and worked in several companies as a machine design engineer before retiring from the Loctite Corporation. Mr. Grunder, thank you for your service.
War shit.
Now, our fallen brothers and sisters.
Yeah, this score going. It's like, I don't know, a toenail or something was. Yeah.
Go.
You know, the oldest World War II veteran, World War I veteran, the black guy, he's 113.
Same year.
Yes. Can you imagine that?
Oh, yeah. So I remember he still had his lips too.
Exactly. They just put on no roof on his house like a year ago.
Yeah.
The oldest person in Jamaica right now is 110. They got 3 of them.
Oh, all black.
Yeah. And 230 something 100-year-old. Yeah.
That's good all the next week.
Order. Oh. Stand at ease.
That's gonna be a long time.
Gratitude, those fallen warriors whose names were mentioned here this morning. For those who fought and died for freedom they never had a chance to enjoy. It is for us standing here today, and for those standing here in generations to come, to ensure that the names of these heroes of past conflict do not fade with the passing of time. That we vow on this solemn day to mouth their names in honor and strike a bell in heartfelt remembrance of the freedoms they helped secure at such a heavy price. Help us, O Lord, to honor their memory with a sincere pledge to seek peaceful solutions to world conflict without compromising the principles on which this country was founded, and to see to it that above their honored graves shall wave free the banner of the cause they died to protect. This we vow. Amen. Cover!
Please remain standing for the retrieval of the colors by the Glastonbury Fire Department Color Guard and Austin Phelps, Glastonbury High School drummer.
Okay, stop!
What's in the actual A-list?
Yeah, I know. You spend a lot of money for that thing. Anything wrong with something, and don't touch it. That's serious business.
Indeed, please be seated. Before we close our ceremony today, I would like to invite all in attendance to the open house for the Veteran Service Commission of Glastonbury, presented by the Elks Club of Glastonbury, 98 Woodland Street, South Glastonbury. And item B is there will be a wood bat game honoring Sergeant Stephen Deluzio this evening, starting at 6:30 p.m. at historic Ross Field in downtown Glastonbury.
are unavailable at any time, please text us back and we will take care of it. Keep in mind, the reason we are asking for assistance is if one person does all the cemeteries, you would end up driving 27 miles in Glastonbury, and it takes over 2.5 hours. So if we get a direction for one day, we spend 5 hours of that day, if it's from dawn to dusk, raising and lowering flags. That being said, when the flag is lowered and raised in one day, it takes over 5 hours to accomplish this. If you would like to help with this and live near a cemetery, or just want to help, here's a list of the cemeteries. Keep in mind, some of these flags are already taken care of by different individuals, but we would like to have backup if possible. We have St. James Cemetery, behind Old Foods. We have the Green Cemetery, right behind you here. This is taken care of by Parks and Rec. We have the Old Church Cemetery, which is just south of the American Legion at 1351 Main Street. We have Still Hill Cemetery, which is at the top of Main Street, right near Foot Road, to the north of Foot Road. St. Augustine's Cemetery, which is on the right, past St. Augustine's Church. We have Wasatch Road Cemetery, which is off New London Turnpike on Wasatch Road. We have two Mystic Road cemeteries. One's at 1341 Mystic Road, which is just north of Eastbury School, and that also includes the Glastonbury Veterans Cemetery. That's 2 flags. And we have Mystic Road across from Karen B Road, and that's another small cemetery, but again, we do have a flagpole there. We have New London Turnpike across from Taylor Road. We have Old Buckingham Cemetery on Manchester Road across from the Minnesota Swim Club. We have Buckingham Cemetery behind Buckingham Church. We have John Tom Hill Cemetery, which is way up on Haven Avenue, almost across from Cooper Drive. And when I took over in 2015, somebody noticed that did not have a flagpole. He eventually put one up. We have Holy Cross Cemetery, which is on the corner of Haven Avenue and Wickham Road, and that cemetery is across from Haven Avenue School. We have J.B. Williams Park, where there's a monument for, his name is Williams, I really can't come up with his first name.
Where is that? You know what is the Bronco? What?
That's a new one.
I never seen a Bronco before. Hey. Is it a military vehicle or is it your personal?
This was a military vehicle. It's now owned by Mike Monaco.
Oh, okay.
So there's really no difference between it and a military Humvee, other than it's now owned by a person. It's
Right.
the United States government.
Was this type in Iraq?
Yeah, this was very reminiscent of the vehicle that was in Iraq.
Oh, okay.
You know they have them in electric now?
Yeah.
I think Sweden or Denmark is the first couple. They started making them electric.
Yeah, the problem with any electric vehicle, you need some kind of fuel source. So even if they're, I would imagine the ones that are going to be electric drive are going to have some kind of.
No, it's just the battery technology that makes
Yeah,
it. Right.
One of the awful things about the Humvee is because if you look at the independent suspension on all 4 corners.
Yeah.
If you see the drive shaft, the drive shaft and the CD boot are there. So, and then you notice the axles down here.
Okay.
So you have to have a differential, a hub. So you've got 2 planetary gears. You've got the drive shaft and the 2 planetary gears. So that is a very inefficient system. So if you could get the drive to be located closer to the wheel and not have a takeoff, yeah. So if you have an electric motor, it's closer to the wheel. I would like the old one. That way, if you have a major failure,
He's gonna carry the boat. You drop your phone there.
yeah, now it's underneath you.
What is this, a Trojan horse? You run this?
I just drove it today, yeah.
Oh. Do you need a CDL for this?
Yep.
Big boy, man. How long does the battery last?
18 miles.
18 miles?
Yeah.
How long is that? A 1 hour?
A couple hours. Hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
Much of fun about the hardware. They actually bought. Oh yeah.
Watch it, he's backing up.
And those like those LEDs are like.
I know. I wonder if they could go, if they go up the rough